Have you ever found yourself stuck doing absolutely nothing, yet your mind won't stop nagging you about everything you should be doing? That restless, uneasy feeling, like your brain is waging war with itself? One part begging for rest, the other screaming about responsibilities, deadlines, and the promises you made, yet you end up frozen. You scroll, distract yourself, and tell yourself, just 5 more minutes, which somehow turn into hours lost. Sound familiar? If it does, know that you're far from alone. I want to share something rarely spoken out loud. This feeling isn't about laziness or weakness, it's about overwhelm. When your mind is overloaded, avoidance feels safer than action. It's a survival mechanism, a message from your deeper self that something's out of balance. Our culture paints laziness as a moral failure, a shameful flaw, but the Stoics saw it differently. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, once said, "You don't love yourself enough, or you'd love your nature too, and what it demands of you." Laziness isn't your true nature. It's your mind and body signaling misalignment, a whisper that something is off. Swiss psychologist Carl Jung gave us a profound insight. The parts of ourselves we reject don't vanish. They go underground and influence us from the shadows. So when you harshly label yourself lazy, you're pushing those inner parts deeper out of awareness, creating paralysis. You become your own jailer, building walls between your current self and your goals. This cycle isn't how progress happens. Let me tell you a quick story. I once faced a season where I had too many demands. Work deadlines, family needs, and personal goals. My mind felt like a spinning top, dizzy and confused. Instead of tackling tasks, I froze, scrolling endlessly, promising, "I'll start tomorrow." It took me months before I realized I wasn't lazy. I was overwhelmed and misaligned. You have energy, dreams, and creativity inside you. When clarity, purpose, or emotional connection to your goals is missing, your mind shuts down. This isn't rebellion, it's preservation. The mind avoids what feels meaningless, and the body follows. Seneca warned us, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Scattered focus drains energy and blurs your path. You're not lazy, you're misaligned. And the good news, it's fixable. Let's stop using lazy as a label and start recognizing what's really happening. Your system needs realignment. Your goals need sharpening. Your energy needs a clear target. When you stop blaming and start cooperating with yourself, transformation begins. This isn't hustle culture or pushing through exhaustion. It's about moving with intention, aligning your actions with your authentic nature, acting because it matters, not because you fear falling behind. 1. Stop calling yourself lazy. How often do you say, "I'm just lazy," like it's who you are? That phrase isn't just words, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Carl Jung said, "You are what you do, not what you say you'll do." But I'd add this, you also become what you keep telling yourself you are. Laziness isn't your identity. It's usually fear, burnout, exhaustion, or resistance wearing a mask. When you call yourself lazy, you give that feeling power, and that power is a lie. The Stoics taught us to observe our judgments clearly. Epicurus said, "It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." So instead of condemning yourself, try saying, "I'm feeling resistance today, but I am not defined by it." That subtle shift changes everything. Your identity is a mirror. If it's cracked with self-criticism, your reflection will never show strength or courage. But if you clean that mirror, remove those labels, you begin to see yourself as capable, and your actions follow. Here's a real-world example. Consider Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Did he call himself lazy? Number. He saw failure as feedback and kept moving forward. So next time that voice tells you you're lazy, ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? If not, stop saying it to yourself. You're not your worst day. You're a work in progress, learning, evolving, growing. Pause for a moment. What words do you repeat to yourself daily? Are they helping or holding you back? 2. Clarity kills procrastination. Ever sat down to work only to freeze because you don't know where to start? That's not laziness, it's confusion. Most people aren't unmotivated, they're unfocused. Your brain is a goal-seeking machine, but it needs clear instructions. Vague goals drain energy. Specific ones energize it. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it." A foggy goal creates inner resistance. Break big goals into tiny, crystal-clear steps. Don't say, "I want to get fit." Say, "I'll walk for 5 minutes." Don't say, "I need to write a book." Say, "I'll write 1 paragraph." These micro-actions spark dopamine, the brain's go-get-it signal. It's why we love checking off tasks. Momentum builds. Jung's idea of individuation, becoming whole by bringing unconscious parts to light, applies here. You can't move toward an unclear future. Define your destination before taking a step. Think about it. Saying, "I want to be productive," feels like pressure. Saying, "I'll clean my desk now," feels like progress. Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Naming your next step shrinks the mountain. Try this. Write down 1 vague goal you've been avoiding. Now break it into 3 tiny actionable steps. Which one can you do right now? 3. Start before you feel ready. Starting is the hardest part, not finishing, just beginning. That hesitation traps many in inaction. We wait for motivation, but motivation often follows action. Marcus Aurelius said, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I must do the work of a human being,' not wait until I feel like it." Jung believed you are what you do. Each small action builds your identity as a mover, a doer. Try the 5-second rule. When you hesitate, count down and go. Open your laptop, tie your shoes, write the first sentence. It may feel awkward, and that's okay. Movement creates clarity and momentum. Like a river breaking ice, once you start flowing, everything becomes easier. Remember, no great achievement started with perfect readiness. They started with imperfect action. 4. Your environment is either your ally or your saboteur. Ever wonder why some days feel effortless and others feel like dragging a boulder uphill? Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. Seneca warned, "We are too ready to spend money, but too careless about time." Today, distractions steal your time. Phone pings, cluttered desks, constant noise. Jung taught that psyche and environment are intertwined. A messy room isn't just visual clutter, it's mental friction, a daily reminder of chaos that exhausts your nervous system. Make your space your sanctuary for focus. Clear clutter, silence notifications, and create rituals. Even a small plant or a meaningful quote can inspire. A simple, intentional environment lowers resistance and frees your energy for what matters. 5. Stack small wins. Every day, trying to change everything overnight burns out the best of us. Real transformation is the sum of small, consistent wins. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to do our human work, 1 step at a time. Jung called this individuation, slow integration of your whole self. Want to write a book? Write a paragraph. Want to get fit? Take a 5-minute walk. These tiny wins build trust in yourself. Procrastination often hides doubt. When you prove you can follow through, doubt shrinks. Confidence grows. Momentum builds. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Lay 1 brick every day, and soon you have a foundation strong enough for greatness. Use the 10-minute rule to overcome resistance. The voice in your head telling you a task is too much? Try this. Commit to just 10 minutes. No pressure to finish, just start. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole. Focus on the next step." The 10-minute rule narrows your focus, breaking overwhelm. Often starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, resistance fades and flow takes over. Try it right now. Set a timer. Show up. Even if you stop at 10 minutes, you've won. Final reflection. We've been sold the myth that productivity is a fixed trait, something you're born with or without. The truth? Mastery is forged in moments when you choose action over avoidance, when you bring clarity to chaos and align your life with your values. Laziness isn't a curse, it's a message that something needs attention. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. That power is in you. Start small. One page written, one step taken, one moment of choice. Momentum moves mountains and each step rewrites your story. Now I want to hear from you. What's one tiny step you can take today to realign and move forward? Share your answer below. Your words might inspire someone else. If this message spoke to you, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more wisdom to help you live with clarity, intention, and peace. Thanks for being part of the Modern Stoic community. Remember, progress is built one small step at a time, and you've got this.